everyone, hey, it's Nate with Outside Cleaners. I'm on Cape Cod, Massachusetts. There's lots of ways to clean a tennis court. The method I'm going to show you here is the method which my customers seem to be happiest with. This is what I get the best results with. So first of all, obviously I'm talking about hardcourt, painted acrylic over asphalt or concrete, not clay, and obviously not grass. I'm also specifically talking about outdoor tennis courts. All right, so hard outdoor tennis courts. Where I live, tennis courts tend to get these streaks of algae upon them, especially where water tends to accumulate on the court. Couple things. The algae looks horrible, and probably more importantly, it's hazardous. It's terribly slippery even on a dry day. And if there's any rain or moisture, this stuff is downright deadly. So cleaning the tennis court is going to make it look better, but it's also going to drastically improve traction and make everything safer. So first thing I do is I'll look at the court pretty thoroughly and try to figure out exactly which way the water is going to flow. Usually there's clues. Oftentimes the algae, the dark streaks of algae have a pattern to it. You can kind of follow the pattern and often find a big area where clearly the water pools up. So I'm going to try to figure this out because when I clean the court, I'm going to clean from the quote-unquote downstream side of the court to the upstream side. So I'm going to start downstream, work my way upstream. Also, cleaning is going to take a lot of water, and I mean a lot of water. Something like 1,500 to 2,000 gallons of water to do it right. So I want to make sure that there's a place for the water to flow off the court. Now, what happens is oftentimes the grass or weeds around the court kind of build up a little lip so that contributes to keeping the water in place, and that contributes to the algae on the court. So I'm going to figure out which direction the water wants to flow, and then on that side of the court, I'm going to actually try to find a low spot, and I'm going to use my power washer to just blast a little trench so that the water that's going to pool up, those 2,000 gallons, are going to have a place to go. All right? It helps. I clean tennis courts with chlorine bleach, sodium hypochlorite. Bleach has fumes, so I got to wear an appropriate mask, eye protection, gloves, protective boots. When I use the bleach, I'm going to use it at a concentration of probably at least 4%. So that's pretty strong. What you get in the gallons in the store is usually 5 or 6%. So I'm going to use that pretty close to full strength. So after I've determined the direction of flow of water on the court and I've made a little trench for the water to run off, I'm going to mentally divide the court into 12 sections. Now, in the lowest section, or the most downhill section, closest to where water is going to run off, I'm going to apply my solution of chlorine bleach, let it sit for a couple moments, and then I'm going to use a stiff synthetic bristle brush to scrub the heck out of that area. It's labor intensive, it's tedious, it's tiring, it's boring, but it gets the court clean. Now, importantly, I'm going to make sure that the court doesn't dry where I've been scrubbing it. So if it starts to dry, I'll add some water. Okay, I'll spray it down with water. Don't let it dry. If you let it dry, then the stuff that you've loosened with the brush will reharden and you'll have to clean it all over again. So once I've got that section, that 1/12 square, all scrubbed down, I'm going to use high volume, low pressure water. I'm not going to power wash it. High volume, low pressure. So if you've got a garden hose, okay. If you've got a high volume power washer, great. Set it with a soaper tip, the black low pressure nozzle, and just rinse the heck out of it. All right, so that section's clean. Move on to the next one. And I'm going to work my way side to side uphill until all sections are clean. So then, once all 12 sections have been scrubbed down and rinsed, I'm going to start at the very uphill side, and I'm going to rinse everything again from top down, from uphill all the way down to the low end. Again, this is going to use lots and lots and lots of water. High volume, low pressure. It's tedious, but when you're done, it is squeaky clean and the customer is very happy. So that's how I clean tennis courts, or at least that's my preferred method. Hope that helps somebody. Bye.